Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm KJ. Um, Today I will be doing a review of a Harney and Sons tea, but first a couple of disclaimers. So for one, I'm congested. Last week my whole house was sick, so it's been quite a recovery. So I sound a little nasally, but I can still smell and taste. And the other disclaimer is new location. It's not really new. It's just smack dab in the middle of my living room because this is a place in the house right now that has the most light and the ring light is broken. So we're in like cinematic portrait mode. This tree is real. It's a ficus tree, but it normally lives off camera over there. And there's just toys and stuff everywhere. So here we go. So here we go. It's Harney and Sons, A Haunting in Venice. It's in one of their like antique gold 10s. The label is also kind of like a gold camel-y color. And there's like a dark deep purple. There seems to be some sort of like skeleton head, and A Haunting in Venice is inside the head. It also says only in theaters, which leads me to believe that this tea was released in tandem with the movie. Okay, so it's a black tea, and it's in sachets. And after I read the ingredients, you will understand why I did not include a popover. So the ingredients are black tea, pumpkin flavor, ginger flavor, maple flavor, ginger pieces, vanilla flavor, cinnamon flavor, and contains natural flavors. So to me, like it's interesting for Harney and Sons to have so many flavors that they listed out instead of grouping everything under the contains natural flavor section. It's also interesting that they didn't just include like dehydrated pieces of whatever it is they're listing. So like instead of pumpkin flavor, they don't have pumpkin pieces. They do have ginger pieces and ginger flavor, but they also have vanilla flavor where they could have vanilla pieces. They also could have cinnamon pieces. So it's just interesting. When you smell the tea dry, it smells pretty sweet. At first I was like, ooh, this feels like a deep molasses, but I came to my senses. It's just maple, but it's a maple that I'm not used to marking because the way I remember maple is East Coast maple. And it doesn't feel like that. But the tea smells very sweet. You can smell the pumpkin. The ginger is a little bit mute, but the vanilla is kind of there too. And the cinnamon, not so much, but it is the last ingredient before natural flavors. The sun is really coming in now, guys. How about this granola sweater though from Target? Okay, so then trying the tea plain black. So this tea is much too hot for me to pretend to drink in front of you guys. I will let you know that I already tried it. And so this is just like I'm kind of redoing because my last video was too long and I really was not in the groove of reviewing. So I'm going to try to be concise with you guys. So this is just one tea bag with about 11, 12 ounces of tea. The first time I tried it, it was 2 tea bags with the same amount of water, and it was a bit more astringent. So if you're going to double up tea, expect the black tea to kind of make an appearance. The ginger and the cinnamon in terms of like spice are not really like present on your tongue, but like deep down on the way down and like in your chest, it pokes its head out, but not a spicy tea at all. Surprisingly, the pumpkin, I can taste the pumpkin in this tea and I don't hate it. And you might be saying to yourself, well, why would I think you were going to hate it? You bought the tea. Let's be real. I bought the tea because the tin is amazing and the ingredients seem great. But I don't have like a good track record for pumpkin teas as it stands. I learned later in my adulthood that I don't like pumpkin spice lattes, even though I thought I did. I get one every year and I'm like, oh, this is not great. It's just too sweet and the pumpkin's like an aftertaste that's just kind of savory and weird. I had pumpkin Earl Grey from David's Tea. I realized I don't like the pumpkin in there. I also don't like David's Tea Earl Grey, so I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, I had minimal expectations for this tea. I just really wanted to try it for Halloween. Happy Halloween, by the way. And I'm glad I did. So this is a good cup. If you like any of those ingredients, you'll be fine. I'm really glad that they did not choose to include something like nutmeg. I feel like a lot of times when pumpkin is mentioned, nutmeg is added just like a dash, but I cannot. A couple of years ago, I did a review of one of Favid's fall teas. It was like maple something, something, but it was just like a lot. And the ingredients they had, I think they added sugar too, just made it like really sickly sweet. And I just like, I don't know, it just made me a little queasy. But this is quite nice. In my first iteration, I did add milk. I did not add sugar, but here are my recommendations for those things. I didn't think that milk would enhance it, but it did. I also think that sugar did not enhance it, but I think that it would. So I would make this a latte. I don't know, every time I drink this plain hot, I'm just like, no, I'm good. And it's literally October 31st, but it's snowing. So I don't know, I'm just really enjoying this vibe. But I do recommend, if you like lattes, this is a very latteable tea. For people who just like ingredients and you don't like a lot of razzle dazzle, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. And it gives me like indescript cool weather. So like chais remind you of fall and apple teas are fall. And then we got pumpkin, sprinkle. But this kind of just feels like, oh, it's cold outside now. It doesn't feel like Thanksgiving. It doesn't feel like harvest. It just feels like, it's cold. I should probably grab a cup of tea. So we did. So I don't know. I'm really excited to keep drinking this. I'm excited to make it a latte sometime soon. But I do recommend trying this. I'm not sure, like I haven't looked at the Harney & Sons website for a few weeks because every time I just get tempted. But I recommend trying this if you like that profile of flavors. The label, unlike all their other labels, is picking up like my fingerprints, and my fingerprints are quite greasy because I slathered my face in cocoa butter before this video started, but that's kind of annoying, but it's easily wipeable. Anyway, I'm going to keep this video short because I don't want a repeat of the last one. You guys have a great day. Happy Halloween. It's cold outside.